Greetings, everyone. Mickey Baines here with another episode of CR Improv. This is one of our pod minis, that little mini episode. We did one of these the week before Thanksgiving. We got a lot of really good feedback about it, so I thought I'd try another because I got a question in from someone that I wanted to answer. The question that we received was on data. They wanted to know more ideas of types of data points that they could use to refine, improve, or advance their early action plans, the way they're responding and engaging with students through an early alert or some type of action plan with students. So they wanted some data points. And so I said, sure, I'll give you some. I'm going to share them on the podcast. So I'm going to come up with 5. And if I have enough time, because we're going to keep this short, I'll give you a couple of extra bonus ones. All right. So let's start. And I'm looking over here at my notes, if you're wondering. I've got notes right here, so I don't want to forget anything. The first thing I want to track is the number of visits to academic support. I want to know the total number of visits. I also want to know the percentage of the show rate. So am I setting up 7 appointments, showing for 4 of them? I want to begin to understand that, because then I can see the frequency with which, if I see sporadic use, then I might be in touch with someone to say, hey, has this been helpful? How are your courses going? That helps start to trigger other communications. Again, those could be triggered for manual or automated. And then if I see that they're creating appointments but not showing up, I'm going to reach out and say, hey, thanks for engaging with academic support. I see you're signing up for some appointments. It looks like you've missed a couple. Can I help you find a better time? Something along those lines to help with that. 2, click activity. An important one. In admissions, we use this all the time. So in admissions, I might send an email, and then after that one message, there might be another message or a whole string of messages that will be sent to a prospective student based upon whether or not that student clicked a link in the first email. All right. I want to do that with student success. So I'm going to continue with academic support as an example. Say Mickey goes to academic support for help with biology. After that, the tutor might follow up, or even an academic support coach might follow up and say, hey, thanks for visiting. Here are notes from our conversation today. Also, here are some additional links for other resources that will help you through this. If the student doesn't click and engage in those resources, after a period of time, 4 days, 5 days, I might send a follow-up email to say, hey, Mickey, how were those resources? Were they helpful for you? Do you need some additional ones? Do you need me to resend them? Something along those lines, just to encourage and keep those resources at the top of their inbox. 3, chatbots. Please integrate your chatbot. All right. I pick up that microphone in important moments. A lot of schools have them, and some I know a lot still don't, but I'm probably talking to one college university every other week about chatbots. All right. If you don't have one, consider getting one. But if you have one and it's not integrated to your CRM, integrate it. You really need to get it. I want all of that data in there. That's a really important piece for me. I want to know, and here's a great example for student success. If a student's on a chatbot and they're putting in a question that says or asks about payment plan options, then I want to take that information and I want to either automate a task for student accounts or student success coaches the following day, or just an automated email that would then go out to the student the following day from one of those folks in student accounts or student success that says, hey, Mickey, I saw that you're on the site asking about payment plan options. I just want to be sure you got the answers you're looking for. Because what I'm doing there is I'm opening the door to tell the student, hey, it's okay if you have questions, and B, we're emailing them so they know where to go if they have a question still. Rather than having to go back online to figure out who to call or who to email, the email's already waiting for them. And by the way, when I say email, it doesn't always have to be email. It could be a message notification in a portal. It could be an SMS message. Those types of, you could use those media types to connect and engage as well. Number 4, I want to know the number of days of a past due activity. So it could be a payment plan invoice that's due on a certain day. It could be an assignment that was due, or as a student success coach, I'm referring you to another office, maybe academic support. And if you've not taken that action in that amount of days, so I've referred you to to academic support. It's been 4 days. You've not yet reached out. I want an automated follow-up that goes to you, say, hey, I know I sent you over information for academic support. Do you need me to help you create an appointment with them? Again, and we don't have to do that with everyone. You can add another filter in that, by the way, that says how far up the ladder is the early alert. Are we at red status? Are we at yellow status, orange status? The higher up you go, if you get to orange, you get to red. Maybe that's when that email goes out that says, do you need me to schedule that appointment for you? Again, you don't have time to do it for everyone, but certain people, and knowing how far up that flag may be the determining factor for you. But I want to know how long it's been when they've not taken a specific action. Number 5, number of visits to a one-stop and Student Success Center. I want to know how often there, and any really student-facing department. I want to understand, so that if I'm talking with a student and I can see that they have visited some department or office for support 7 or 8 times in the last 2 weeks, it helps me understand how big the issue is. So if I need to refer them to other people to create a greater sense of urgency for the institution to reply and get to that student, I can see how big or how concerned that student may be, and that helps me think through a response plan. So knowing the overall number of visits, not just for one unit, but for all units, especially in a short period of time. So that's 5 tips. I have a little bit of time. I'll do one more bonus tip. I want to know crucial milestones in critical courses. So let's just say I'm a nursing student and I'm taking Anatomy and Physiology 1, and this is a part of usually a 2-course cluster, A&P 1 and 2, 2 of the most important, 2 of the more difficult courses, and 2 courses that are early on for nursing students. So if I know that depending upon who's teaching that course, the first big test comes between weeks 4 and 5, somewhere between weeks 2 and 3, I want to send out a reminder to the students, hey, here's some additional resources for your first big A&P 1 test. And if you need more, don't forget academic support is here for you. We're open in these hours. I want to be proactive. I've not met with a school that says, hey, we do not need to be proactive as we're helping students and trying to retain them. Everybody wants to be. You're always looking for ways to be proactive. We know the courses they're taking. We know which are the tougher courses. We know potentially if we work, we can figure out when the tests occur, and we can build action plans based on it. So I can be more proactive to say, hey, you're in this course, you're about to get a big test. Here's an option for you to be sure you're best prepared. So those are 5 plus 1, a bonus tip for data points that will help you improve early alert action plans for student success. That's it. Thank you for watching, for listening this extra pod mini episode of CR Improv. I'm your host, Mickey Baines. Please like, please subscribe. If you have comments, if this was useful to you in any way, drop a note in the comments. If you have other questions that you would like to see us tackle, let us know. Again, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for listening. See you next time.